The gentrification of NTE's 1.3 story. Now you're probably asking, why am I calling this the gentrification of NTE's 1.3 story? Because 1.3 is genuinely one of the worst stories out of NTE's whole career. I don't know how 1.0 was better, 1.1 was better, and 1.2 was better. How is it that those was better when this story had more time? Why is Zonko barely present in this? Why did MC and Zonko not fight? Why is stuff all like, why are we getting information that we did not get beforehand? Like, I'm gonna break this whole thing down and y'all are gonna understand why I don't think, or why I believe that this is the gentrification of NTE's 1.3 story. They gotta work on this. They have to work on this, because if this is the story moving forward, Lord forbid, who knows what's gonna be happening moving forward? Who knows? So the story starts out with the game mode, right? And in my opinion, do I think that the game mode was better than this story? I don't know. You're gonna have to wait till the end to see that. But it started from right here to right there. Okay. Obviously MC is well, Nonali is still in the coma, right? So we're gonna have to pretend that 1.2 story did not already reveal that Nonali and Daffodil is back at home. We're gonna have to pretend like that did not happen. Okay. So one that goes on, right? MC is, trying to check on Daffodil. She's trying to check on Nonali, see how Nonali's feeling. Tagido was here, and I heard, bro, so let me tell you something. I heard a crazy spoiler in my flipping Discord server that was not even true. Somebody told me that Tagido was gonna flip and die, and you know what? He ends up not dying. But for this, like, Loki, I really wish he did, because I'm about to break down the story and tell you how I feel about the story, man. Nonali's here, Security's here. They're trying to, check on her, right? Atori ended up leaving a note, right? Atori left a note, and MC was like, oh, that's, kind of weird. Is Atori about to go try to find XYZ? MC goes and finds Atori. Atori looks so bad, but we ain't gonna say too much. He was basically, if I remember correctly, what was she even talking about? Essentially, MC sees Nonali, sees Satori's note in the office, goes to see Atori. Atori was gonna leave without them to go to the Scarlet Letter game. Adler and MC came, and then they went to go. Okay, I'm trying to streamline this. Golly, that's what's gonna happen. The game is about to begin. Atori was about to go by herself. MC and Adler came. He was like, no, that's not happening. I spent $500 on you. At least give me the ability to come with you. All right, they end up going like that. Now, there was one thing that was interesting. Atori was like, she said something about like, don't trust Alfred or something like that.
You should stay away from the director's sketchy hacks. She isn't some goody two-shoes who goes by the book.
So that was interesting right there, but it kind of contradicts later, because it's like you would think, right, after hearing this, that Atori would kind of hate the director, right? Alfred. Can we just call it Kafka 2.0? I mean, my God. Okay. Yeah. So as we play along and I show you guys the story, it's kind of like you would think that, Kafka 2.0 would be like this crazy, like, I don't know, trying to go off the books, like vigilante type, but not really. Like, she's not really. It kind of contradicts that. And you would think that Atori doesn't like her, but she kind of do. But either way, they go and make it to this place, and then they walk in, and obviously this is an anomaly right here. It was like, if I'm not mistaken, it's like you have to go to a bunch of like places. Yeah, you got to go to a whole bunch of places and then get the clues, or then you can end up entering the anomaly. Okay, so yeah, essentially all you're doing is going from place to place, attacking some enemies, and then once you're able to get in, and then once you make it to the top right here, you turn this on, and then you get transported back down, and now you're able to go in there. So now we get Linko and what's her name? Nitsu? Bro, her name is so weird to pronounce. Regardless, right? The Scarlet Letter game has pretty much started. Okay, now this was pretty cool. I wish they did a little bit more with this. For one, I don't know why Red Robin Hood was trying to act all like shy here. If I'm not mistaken, this character has this character not been like on board with Madam T for like since the beginning? She literally stole one of the anomalies in the auction, and now she's trying to act all like they're trying to play this card as though like this character is not trying to do what she wanted to do. But it's like, bro, where has this been teased throughout the story? It's not really teased at all. Now, don't get me wrong, she is still a villain, but like at the end of the story, like, which I am gonna explain, I don't know, the direction they went with her was like, I don't know, right? Either way, Daffodil and Zonko is right there. I do like how it's kind of like a game, almost like a tournament base. Only thing I do wish though is like, I wish it was characters that we kind of knew. I don't like how we did not see Zonko fighting. I don't like how we didn't see, well, we did see Red Robin Hood. We did see Red Robin Hood fight, but I mean, they really did not fight like that, honestly, guys. I'm just being so for real right now. Either way, so they went through this. MC ends up meeting Chaos and Nitsu. I don't know her name. Regardless, Linko had went in before them because Linko had got lost, essentially, right? Time is here. They end up talking to Alfred because Alfred was like, we're not gonna let you guys go in because we don't know what's gonna happen. Otori kind of put her foot down and was like, Alfred, no, let's go in.
Since we know it's a trap, can't we use it to our own advantage?
Also, don't you still have the final resort of using Time's helm?
Yeah, so basically she was like, let us go in and XYZ, Daffodil's in there and all of that, right? Which Daffodil and Alfred made like a, you know, like an agreement. That's why she quote unquote betrayed us, by the way. All right. So once they get that through, they all go in, and once that happens, this scene right here plays. No complaints here. I mean, this looks great. I did saw somebody on Twitter, aka X, aka Lil Mama's app, obviously say this was AI. I mean, guys, I mean, do better. Just do better, okay? Do better. And then Daffodil ends up saving MC. As you can see, Daffodil ends up saving MC right here.
Win this game.
Daffodil, where are you?
Me?
Yeah, so this ends up happening, and then she ends up waking up right here. Now I do like how we do have different POVs of characters. I do like the way that they went about this. If I had to pick the one I like the most, Daffodil easily is the greatest one. I like this whole part right here. So basically how it is made up of different sections. Daffodil has a section, Linko and Nitsu has a section, and MC has a section. Okay, Daffodil section is literally, so the game is basically you have to like not kill your opponents, but you have to take these, like, I'm just gonna say, like little wristbands off of the opponent's fingers, right? First one we encounter was this character right here, Sweeper. Okay, mind you, all of these characters are quote unquote family of Madam T. I wish we got a little bit of more build up off of them, because it's like, this character looks cool. I feel like this would have been a little bit better if we known some more of them, like, or maybe we got some more like lore drops, flashbacks of, you know, them fighting with Daffodil or something. I don't know. It was okay. I do wish we have got some, like, I don't know, because we don't know these characters, so it's kind of just like they're there, and like how do you know Daffodil? So clearly she knows about the relationship with Madam T and Daffodil. If I'm not mistaken, these has to be like family. These can't be like random people. It might be random people. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong in the Discord, in the comments. I don't know, but I thought that these people were all under Madam T, but apparently not, because he was like, why aren't you with that mother? If she was with them, she would have called her mother as well. I don't know, but this was one of the great, like, one of the things I am gonna have to glaze. Okay, I do like how, since we have to get these bracelets off of everybody, Daffodil section, you end up having to fight like a couple of the bosses, like, if I'm not mistaken, 3 of them. If I had to pick which one was my favorite one, is probably this one. But again, I just wish we knew more about these characters. Like, maybe if, I don't know, if we knew more about these characters, I feel like this would be more epic. Don't get me wrong, this was still good, like, still good. Her animations was cool, good character design. Like, this is the best character design, I ain't gonna lie, all of them. Like they do cool stuff like that, you know, so like, it was cool. Again, not too bad. But once you end up finishing that, then Daffodil, I don't know why they gave us like a choice here. Like, bro, look at this. Yeah, so they tried to give us a choice on like if we should execute or knock her out. Now I heard allegedly that it doesn't matter, because you're still gonna end up knocking them out, like knocking them out. And I guess they tried to show this to show that Daffodil still has a little bit of that, like, I don't know, like Daffodil still has that, whatchamacallit, like she's done this before, so she's trying not to do it again, something like that basically, right? So Chaos ended up coming out, and then I'm gonna really fast forward here, right? Just walking around and you're trying to find different people again. So we find somebody else. This would be cool. Like, I guess they tried to make us feel sad here, because this girl ended up trading her eyes. She can't see in her eyes, but this guy can see, so he was her eyes or something like that. He was her, yeah, he was her eyes. But again, she ended up dying because she lost her life and her soul, based off what Daffodil is saying. This is coming out of the kettle's mouth, so we're gonna have to take that up with Daffodil. But again, more people. Oh, it was actually 4. I completely forgot about this guy. Again, these would have been just better if we knew these guys. It's just like, it's random bosses that we don't know anything about. Like, did I feel anything for them? No. Like, if they had built these characters up from 1.0 to like 1.3, or maybe even beyond, and then it had to end up being a brawl, you know, survival of the fittest type of thing, it would have been like, okay, this is kind of cool, because we know these characters. I don't know, it kind of falls a little flat. Also, this right here is Zonko and Daffodil, by the way. We end up finding a guy in the wheelchair that has the body change mechanic from Dragon Ball Z. So this was a cool gimmick, you know, cool little gimmick right there. But yeah, outside of that, no. So TLDR, you end up coming in as Daffodil. You end up having to face a whole bunch of enemies to get some bracelets, because it's a game. You have to get the bracelet, and then you come into this fog, right, with Chaos. You get lost with Chaos, and then this is when Zonko and the Daffodil fights happen. Now, I was expecting a little bit more here. This is where I'm about to start getting heated. This fight was nowhere near as a fight as Zonko versus Appraiser. The music was not hitting. The choreography was not hitting. It was so much stuff that could have been a little bit better, that I was expecting a little bit more. Again, I was expecting a little bit more. Like, if you guys did not look at the character teaser for Zonko, you probably wouldn't understand why exactly Zonko is even infatuated with Daffodil. Okay, they didn't show that in the story, so that's one thing I don't like. As far as the music, I'm not saying that the music is bad. It's more so like Souls-like music, like whatchamacallit, what's that Elden Ring type music, right? right? But with that being said, I was expecting a little bit more. But don't get me wrong, it wasn't bad, but I mean, just to show you, like again, this is cool and all, like this right here, cool, you know, Daffodil, aura farming, all of this, like again, this not bad. But when I show you guys Appraiser versus Zonko, you guys are gonna be like, oh wait, this is kind of not even, yeah, it's not really a debate on which one is better. Don't get me wrong, this is cool. This is cool, right? That right there is cool, but you wouldn't really understand that unless you watch the teaser. But okay. And then that's it. That's the end of it. That's the end of it, guys. Again, that flashback was cool. I wish we got flashback for the other characters that was in, like, I wish there was like, we all knew those characters and we got flashbacks of them in Daffodil, like seeing Daffodil do some crazy stuff, you know, to show like Daffodil still got that dog in her. I don't know, something like that. And then they do like the standoff Daffodil. I mean, quite frankly, Moggs is on Bogser, I ain't gonna lie. So Bogser. So that's it, guys. Now let me show you guys Appraiser versus Zonko. It's not even comparable, guys. Just look at how much better this was, right? Just look at how much better this was.
You. I won't let you do this.
Look at this.
Such arrogance!
Mind you, people were saying that this was AI. People had the audacity to say that this was AI. Are you out of your mind? What are you smoking so I can smoke it so then I can throw that away? That's insanity. Immediately, the music is better. Animation choreography is better. Like, expressions are better. The music.
Is that it? Come again!
You win!
Come on, like, bro, mind you, we're not even done yet. It's still like a minute and 30 seconds left. The music, bro, the music, there still have not been a gacha game 1.0 1v1 fight that has topped this. By NTE has not topped this yet.
Unfortunately, this is the end!
Bro, are y'all hearing the music? Bro, are y'all hearing the music though? Where was we getting this in the story, bro? Look at this. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Again, not bad, but is it, guys? Is it topping this? No, it's not topping that. I'll answer the question for you. It's not topping that. I don't know how, like, this is what I wanted in 1.3. This is where I'm about to start getting a little critical, okay? So this fight right here, again, while this could be cool, this could be sentimental, we don't have enough buildup of these characters to be like, okay, this is like kind of sad. That was nothing. And outside of that, there's no cutscene outside of that. That's it. That's it. That's it. Now, again, compare this to this fight right here, the beginning of it.
I won't let you do this!
Such arrogance!
We done glazing that. That's what I wanted in 1.3. Instead, we got, I mean, like this right here. We got this right here, which I mean, I want to feel like Zonko. I want to feel for you. Trust me, I want to. Because there's a part of me that does, but I'm gonna be so for real right now. I don't feel anything emotionally for it, like in this scene right here. Sorry, not sorry. I just had to be honest. Okay, so either way, that happens. Then we have this whole section with Linko and Nitsu, which I mean, it was cool. It was cute, I guess. Linko's cool. She's cool. Honestly, I was more so like concerned on Nitsu. I'm gonna just be so for real. Nitsu is the one I'm really like, you know. But outside of that, they was just trying to stop this snake. This snake, I guess. They were trying to stop it. Oh, this right here. This section was cool. Like this section has some cool moments in it. Particularly this moment right here when you like. This is giving me like some whatchamacallit, Uncharted vibe. Outside of that, this section was just like okay. Yeah, it was okay. This right here, this section when you're like a Godzilla like type of size, it was okay. It was okay. None too crazy. None too like oh. Then we get to this part right here to where they end up, I guess, entering a realm where they forgot each other, but with them talking to each other, they end up remembering over time. Then you end up seeing that this boy right here is trying to go somewhere. Cough cough. This boy is Adler. We had to help him. You know, help him find out who he was trying to find, which he was trying to find the Tori. That's why he ends up becoming this grown boy. Or grown man, my bad. Okay, now one of, if not the most disappointing section, the whole MC route. His route was like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, dare I say, almost worse than Linko and Nitsu's. That Linko and Nitsu's was way more better. All Appraiser is doing is he's entering a realm, and apparently this realm is the future. This is the future where they end up, I guess, losing. He's like, nah, this is not the future, right? This is not the future I want to go to, something like that. He gets let out again. He comes back, and then this is the future where he's by himself, I believe. Tori is gone, I believe, and you know, there's that. Then he entered it again, and this is one where everyone is here but appraised. And well, I just kind of spoiled it, but he ends up figuring that out, and then this girl right here pops up. Yeah, he's nowhere to be found.
I knew this would happen. What a monster.
Yeah, so this is when I was like, okay, maybe stuff about to get active. Maybe maybe I'm about to get that MC from, you know, 1.0 where him and Zonko was throwing hands, genuinely throwing hands. That's what I thought was gonna happen, right?
Do it! Make it fast! I prefer you give me a quick death.
They don't get active. I was thinking like, bro, like why are we, bro? So they trying to make us feel sympathetic, empathetic, whatever type of pathetic for this character right here. And listen to me, sister, Red Robin Hood, I don't feel nothing for you. I feel nothing for you because she stole the anomaly in 1.0. She was there in 1.1. She did not look like God. She did not look like she was sympathetic or was like, oh, I don't want to do this. She didn't look like that at all. Bro, she didn't even look like that in Zonko's P flipping V. So what are you expecting me to feel right here, quite frankly?
Were you the one who opened the doors for me?
Correct.
And you're the one who's been talking to me all this time?
Also figured that out. Mother asked me to be here to reveal to you the future as indicated by the first branch.
The ones who couldn't see me. Did they?
So basically all she was doing was trying to show him the future. He ended up saying, oh wait, no, my spidey sense is going off, and blocked her attack. Like that. This is when I was expecting, okay, can we get some, you know, fights? Maybe you can express how she doesn't want to do this in the fight scene, in the boss battle. But no, we had this conversation right here, and we're supposed to feel sad or sympathetic about her. MC was like, why don't we move forward together? So he ends up coming in this realm with her. This girl, Red Robin, asks her, why does he protect the people? As though these are not the homies. They took us in. They is basically the family. Why would you even ask this? Well, listen, I will say this music, like the ambience type of music in these realms was good. Outside of the Zonko versus Daffodil fight, because that could have been better.
That's easy to say. But what if I can't find that person?
Now, again, I want to feel sympathetic for you. I want to. But we have not seen enough of this character to feel sad about her. Again, we seen her in 1.0. Still the anomaly thing, right? From the auction. 1.1, did she open up the portal? If I'm not mistaken, she either opened up the portal or did something. She did not look sad there. Now, all of a sudden, at 1.3, you looking sad? No. And then we don't even have enough to, like, we know what Madam T usually does. Madam T usually gets these girls and then like trains them to be like assassins. We don't really like see that, nor did they really explain that with her. She didn't even like say nothing about this.
I can be that person.
Either way, appraiser section was a 0 out of 10. Holy flipping moly, this could have been way better. Okay, then everyone ends up coming up together. This was supposed to be some like aura, like farming type moment, but I mean, it's just like, I don't know, like, can we get some 1v1 action? Like, again, do I have to keep playing this? Do I need to get like play them boxing?
Come again!
So this is when I was expecting to see in a fight. That's not what happened. Okay. Basically, Madam T ends up transforming into a flipping I don't even know, some type of anomaly or fusing with something. I don't know. We end up fighting her. You probably asked her, where's Zonko in this? Oh, she's just watching. Yeah, she's just watching. The character that is supposed to be advertised in 1.3, she's just watching. Yeah. The only noteworthy thing that happened in this is, well, for one of the anomalies, this code 0 showed up, which is apparently trying to attack 0, which is the MC. But, you know, regardless, that ends up happening. Madam T ends up getting Daffodil, and she says this. She ends up saying this is Daffodil. This is the only noteworthy thing I saw. So we can confirm that she did end up saying this, and you know, that was nice. Okay. Outside of that, Tori uses her power right here, which, bro, that was making it seem like Tori's about to do some like crazy feat, something like that, right? Now, at first, I thought that was Tori. Guess who that was, guys? What the flip was this? There was no build up to this. There was no anything. Now, again, she is obsessive over Daffodil. Nowhere near in any type of lore or anything was it showing, oh, she was gonna like kill Madam T for Daffodil. Nowhere in the story did it say that. Nowhere in the lore, nowhere in any lore book, nowhere. So this came up as a surprise, because I'm like, why would she do this?
Daffodil is
again, like, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about that. I mean, this would be like one of those, oh, she saved her sister moments, but we don't even have that many situations where they bonding like that. I don't know. Felt kind of shallow. Felt shallow. But either way, the game was over, so everyone was about to get everybody was about to get cooked until luckily Otori did her move. Also, they got on this boat. This is, I believe this has something to do with time, and then time, took them out. And then we got a few days later, MC was apparently unconscious, my bad. Yeah, and apparently Tagero did not die. Just want to like make that clear. Tagero did not die. I was like, why did he not die? Like, okay. Yeah, either way, so somehow, some way Mint is here? Like, what type of, like, bro, if you wanted to get Mint here, there could have been way better ways to do that. But either way, Mint was here. This is the point where people on Twitter, aka people were saying that this was embarrassing. I mean, it was okay. I mean, unironically, this probably is the better part of the story. Like, unironically, people were saying this was corny or whatever. I don't know. It was okay. Was it corny?
Everyone, I apologize for having you worried. I left without saying a word and shamelessly dragged everyone into this mess.
Yeah, this part wasn't bad. This wasn't bad. The only bad part was the stuff before this, like the lead up to it. Okay, now Davido does need to be apologizing because she genuinely just left, and she was in front of MC's face and didn't say nothing. Like, what type of, bro, you literally snaked me out. Don't really matter. That ends up happening. MC ends up getting up, talks with Otori, talks with Daffodil, talks to Nonali, talks to Time, and ends up having to go up here and talk to Director Alfred. And basically they say that Zonko's in prison. Now, guys, I'm gonna just be so for real right now. I don't know. It could have been better. Daffodil's section was easily the best one. I just really wish that we knew more about the characters she fought, like way more. Like maybe we saw flashbacks of them seeing what Daffodil can do, stuff like that. This fight right here, oh God. By the gods of Almighty, this fight. Again, do I have to pop this in right here? Who wrote 1.1 story? Excuse me, 1.0 story. Dare I say, bro, I'm gonna hot take, guys. 1.0 and 1.1 story and 1.2 story is all better than 1.3 story. I don't care what you have to say. And just so people don't think I'm like talking down my hole right now, this is somebody on Reddit. Thoughts on 1.3 story. Well done with 1.3 story, and have to admit it was quite underwhelming. The visuals were all stunning and had some amazing moments, but other than this, that as a story, it kind of falls flat. Given the face off against Manatee is one of the most anticipated moments. That felt too easy. Felt too easy. Felt like, what's the message? What's the theme? Like are we trying to stop this enemy? Like, not really. Not at all. Although Daffodil's storyline has some fights and Linko had some new jungle stuff, the Praiser part was literally just moving from point A to point B. Exactly. I really love the Renee's quest, and where that and with that as a standard, version 1.3 is just not it. I wish how to put more effort into the story as it does decide which vehicle to push. Okay, I know what he's saying at the end. Bro, that's what I'm saying. Why did we not get that 1.0 like part 4 towards the end type of feel? That's what I was expecting with a Praiser. We didn't get any of that. We didn't even get Zonko for MC again. Like, what the fuck? What, bro? Zonko did nothing. What did Zonko do? She did nothing, bro. But guys, I'm not the only one that's saying that. What disappointed me is the most is Daffodil's fight with Zonko. It should have felt epic, but maybe they'll save it for later. Why would they save it for later when Daffodil is clearly on our side now and Zonko is in prison? I don't know why they did that. Daffodil versus Zonko fight was missing the epic music we had when Appraiser was fighting Zonko. Not only that, it was missing the choreography. Missing all of this.
Is that it?
Who wrote this? Who wrote this? Get them back in office now. Get them back in the office now, bro. I do not care. Get them back in the office.
Come again!
Choreography better, and that's not, bro. Yeah, man, I guess they should make this they should have made this more focused to Zonko. Next update, they focus on Madam C. It feels like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 3, where we got a lot of villains in one movie. Good analogy, but don't ever disrespect the Spider-Man movie like that ever again. Especially Tobey Maguire, which, FYI, Sam Raimi is the best Spider-Man movie out of all of them. Brand New Day was buns. Let's make that very clear. But yeah, it did have too many villains. But it had too many villains that we didn't even know anything about. We know nothing about these guys, okay? I think the first half of the story was poorly translated on some dialogues, or some dialogues just had very bad reading comprehension, or just had very bad reading comprehension. Nah, I kind of did too, but I was like, I understand the premise, right? In previous versions, Daffodil's motives for joining the Scarlet Letter was unknown, so we had to guess if she was blackmailed or controlled by some anomaly. In this story, this point was handwave characters briefly mentioned Daffodil working as an undercover agent as if they already knew that. Yeah, I did notice that. It's like they nowhere nowhere did they was really saying like we didn't know now until you know what Tori told us. But Tori had to tell us that yeah, she's kind of undercover right now. It's just like oh, okay, I guess. Daffodil's mission was to activate some protocol for what at the right time. What he did when but something went wrong. The souls of Dreamwalkers and Nonly were safe stored somewhere by BAC director by some supernatural means. Why do we engage Scarlet Letter inside their base if not to save Nonly? Is it not the BAC job? Yeah. Why are we doing this? I think the only reason why we did this though is because Tori wanted to save Daffodil. I don't know. Why did Chaos and Nasita acknowledge our arrival at the Scarlet Letter base with a nod as if they already knew they were obligated to be there? See what I'm saying, bro? It's just like 1.3 was a hot mess first story segment of any NTE that I found myself rushing through the dialogue just to get it over. I didn't rush through it, but like I was like, bro, is this it? Like, are we not getting the same type of vibe with like right here? Like, what happened right here? What happened to this? Like, what happened to this? Why was Zonko not in this? Why was Madam T more of a focus than Zonko, the playable character? Why are they trying to make us feel sad for Red flipping Riding Hood as though she was not laughing, seeing the anomalies? Alright, bro. While I appreciate some more exploration this time, I felt like it's been too long in the fog den. Daff has one long stroll with 3 bosses, then Linko has like 2. Then you have Zero's part that has 1 mini boss and 2 phase boss. Between all this, I feel like there was no good pause point when I ended up sitting in longer than expected. Yeah, I don't know. 1.3 story felt like the writers were just throwing things at the wall. Why are we constantly calling a Tori shopkeeper for whatever reason? Yeah, that was weird. We have been calling her by her full name since 1.0, so this made no sense. Why are fighting these random NPCs that I'm supposed to care about? Exactly. Why are we finding random NPCs that I'm supposed to care about? It seems Daffodil apparently knew them, but we're not giving anything to let us know that. Exactly. Why do we not get any like flashbacks, anything that insinuate something like that? So, like flashback to like, bro, flashbacks to Zonko and Daffodil, flashbacks to all of them. Like I don't understand. Clearly they knew Daffodil. Why? Like we didn't. Well, what was that? Okay. Oh my. Why did we suddenly drop the double agent plot point that was implied back in 1.1? It was made clear that Daffodil was probably working with the BAC when Daffodil meets Chaos. He's acting like we are a traitor, which we are, but I thought the BAC knew. Clearly not. Yeah, Chaos was over here acting all like, is she on our side, XYZ? I don't know about that. Why am I in the jungle getting chased by some huge skeleton serpent and them running around destroying a city like some kaiju? I don't mind changing things up, but both of these things felt out of place. It was okay. Some people say that it was like a type of advertisement for Linko. It was okay. Like I said, it was okay. I really have no honestly, yeah, no word. Why do we skip ahead where Praisers is surrounded by bodies of their fallen opponents? That as well. If in this, there was a scene right where Appraiser, if I can find it, this part right here, Appraiser is surrounded by bodies, man, bodies on bodies on bodies. Clearly he fought them, but we don't get to see that. Like why? Again, cool aura farming moment for MC, but why did we not see this? This could have been at least one of those fights where like I don't know. Yeah, the more you really look at this, the more it's just like, bro, what was they thinking? Why are we supposed to feel sympathetic towards point exact, bro? Who is this guy? Whoever this guy is, like, give this man the truth. They want us to feel sympathetic for Red flipping Riding Hood as though she was not enjoying this throughout 1.0 to 1.3. Like, sis, like, you was like, what are you trying to do? Like, it seemed like she was pretty content with participating in whatever tomfoolery the Scarlet Letters were doing. Exactly. But now we're supposed to feel sorry for the cute little sweet Red Riding Hood because she was just being manipulated. Sorry, but I don't buy that. Exactly. She wasn't even being manipulated. It wasn't even implied like how it was implied with Daffodil and Zonko. It was just like, oh, she's just there. What do you mean that Tori was a target for Madam T this whole time? The game just dropped that tidbit and never explains why. Yeah, it didn't really explain that. Where in the flip, because I gotta get monetized, did Code Zero come from? This felt like a classic butt pool where the writers had absolutely no idea how the heroes would defeat the villain, but they had to reintroduce something that wasn't seen since the prologue. I don't mind the actual gameplay, although it did feel a bit repetitive, but the writing was all over the place. Exactly. Again, lacking a lot of Zonko stuff. Like it said, 1.1 got me hooked. It had the Dreamscape and the story hook moment with Nonly, and 1.3 story was fun, little side story, but Dispatch story did not impress me. And let me go ahead and get into that. How is it that 1.1 story, no, excuse me, how is it that 1.0 story, 1.1 story, and 1.2 story had me more excited than 1.3 story? How is that possible? Why did Zonko not get enough screen time? Why are we supposed to feel sorry for the Red Riding Hood? Why is Madam T why is Madam T talking about some we want Hattori? She's trying to get Hattori. Like, what? Zongo got an animated cutscene during her showcase on stream. Almost nothing after that. This is the main banner girl. There's almost nothing for her this patch. She was going to be popular anyway, so I guess the devs didn't have to do much. I mean, I guess, but bro, when you have a fight like this with a again, this is what really made me mad. I was expecting this type of vibe. This music, this fight scene, all of that, we didn't get any of it. 1.1 story was so peak. Not gonna lie, I also love the book story thing phenomenally, and the fact that we had people saying that 1.1 story was bad, that was dare I say that was almost better than 1.0 left off. And the only reason I'm saying that is because 1.0 has so much story in it. 1.1 is easily better than 1.2 and 1.3 combined. Not only, bro, it's just so much better. Like, just way better. We got left off with a good cliffhanger. This cliffhanger, bro, we didn't even get leave off with a cliffhanger. I had hoped the Scarlet Letters would be like NTE practices, but it seems like that's it. They're all done and dusted. Inanna is out for the count. Plus, it feels like none of this matters. The actual main plot, figuring out Code Zero. I thought for sure Scarlet Letters would be connected or knew something, but alas. Yeah, man, this wasn't it, Chief. This wasn't it. And you know what's crazy? I put the title, The Gentrification of NTE 1.2, when this is clearly the gentrification of it. This story was bad. Like, I did not like this. If I had to rate all the stories, 1.1, 1.0, I'll give that a 9 out of 10. 1.1, dude, 1.1 is like a 9.5. That's how good that was. 1.2 would have easily been, you know what's so crazy? 1.2 would have easily been a 9 out of 10 or like an 8.5 had they not have spoiled what happened in 1.3. But since they spoiled that one has to go to like a 7.5. And 1.3 story is gonna have to go to, I'm sorry, not sorry, a 5 out of 10. This was not it. Zonko didn't get enough screen time. Daffodil, Flippy Floppy, like, they could have done better. They could have did way better, guys. I don't know. I don't know. Bro, not to mention, this guy has a good point. Chaos did end up taking Zonko and what's her name to jail. Bro, the fact that Red Robin Hood, hold on, wait, let me pull up this clip.
Case is different. She's earned credit. She did send those guests out with her Esper ability. Her past crimes were also in part carried out under duress.
So her past, okay, so how do we know this? What do you mean her past crimes? No, bro, every time you look at Red Robin Hood, she was smiling. She was happy-go-lucky. She was skipping, jumping. And you telling me now Alfred over here talking about some, oh, so basically what she's going to do is she's going to be going to the Anomaly Academy. And if she does good, she can be a regular citizen or help with the bureau. What? And then not to mention these guys, like, I like how they just randomly, like, hold on, wait, they randomly just talked about how Chaos, look at this, bro.
Zenko will be sent to Groth Island. She has extensive criminal records, and you probably won't see her in Hethero for a very long time.
So yeah, that happened, and apparently Chaos got Zonko for one. How did you even do that? That's my thing. Are you saying that you're as strong as Zonko now? Like, again, sloppy all over the place. Like, what are we talking about? We should have seen a segment of Chaos hunting down Zonko and having a duel with her. Exactly. Like, I don't know what this was. This ain't it, Chief. This ain't it. I don't know. This could have been better. Like, I was expecting more. I was expecting, like, again, Appraiser versus Zonko type of vibes in 1.0. We did not get this at all, and they have not topped this at all. And honestly, guys, I'm afraid they're not going to be able to. So we're gonna have to see. But that's how I feel about the gentrification of 1.3 story. Dear God, please. How is it that 1.0, 1.1 and 1.2 story was better than this when Zonko was in the patch? Like,